Don't mind me, I'm a little tired today. I'm doing this different because I'm rewriting the cards to today's time and stuff, more healing ones. But I reread the cards and asked God and my spirit and higher power which one and what to do. And I'm doing a process of elimination just like I did with people's, figure out who's hurting me and why. And then so I'm going to draw here, and then you can, it's going to be about those signs, and you can take what resonates and what doesn't. Not that many. That must be that process of elimination. Natural religion. These are the ones God wants me to talk about. So the first one is Virgo. Love to serve other people's. Lucky to have a Virgo in your life. That's nice to hear, huh? And then we have Cancer. The crab is a sensitive sign. They close down and run away, just like the crabs. Into their family very much. Loving people. You just have to win their trust. Also, it's a water element. And then we have Libra. It's a sign of the scales. Beauty, grace, refinement, the arts, into relationships, very into relationships. They're not generally any singles, or very rarely find them to be single. And then we have Geminis. Twins, it's an air sign, air element, space. Always changing their mind. Duo sign, there's an air and a water too. Endlessly curious, social, friendly, intellectual. They need lots of stimulation. It's not about that either. So. Alright, the first card I drew, I really did write it down if you don't believe me. So it's not. I mean, most of these are from the cards already. They're just changed into what I'm supposed to change it to. So that's what we did. 5 of Earth. Positive thoughts turning into better outcomes instead of negative ones into challenges. Always money problems. More money is more problems. Less money is more problems. When is there equality and balance there? Because the guardian angel from the heavens is holding on an older lady or a male person, older lady or male person, on his head, crown chakra, and a witchery cat. Usually the wise counselor is a person in charge that is not always compassionate. In this case, he is. Usually the challenges are from negative thinking, so remember, move a muscle changes a thought. That can help with those thoughts. Then I got the Emperor card. This was an upside down card, upside down Emperor. In this card, logic and organization will not increase your success. This person still needs structure and discipline, and going against others usually gets backlash. So if you're strong in the world and spiritually, you can overcome this. And remember to stay open-minded. That's your message. And I got the Star. Having faith does not always mean the future is bright or dreams come true. The challenges you endure are the lessons and wise counsel from above. If you fight the divine path, you usually are reprimanded by the divine worse, more harshly. This is representing the need for work on your heart chakra here, which is near your heart by the breast, and it is compassion, empathy, and sorrow. Then we have a 7 of Air. This card is upside down. Not having freedom is a negative perception of things and life around you. People, places, and things have the biggest impact on judgments by others when it should not be so. This is also a justice card, but it is upside down. The faulty systems in society is why this is so, and still remains to hurt the innocent in the crossfire. Then we got a 9 of Fire, 8 of Wands. This card is now representing someone who has had everything given to them and an illusion by others, enabling them that they worked for it. Sometimes that just is not logical. With the amount of suffering I felt by others in the present times, going a few years back or so back, time is illusion also. This is reminding you strength comes from the inside of you and the divine, somewhere around the solar plexus and crown chakra. I guess your sacral is like the bottom of your spine, and then this here is your solar plexus, your second belly space. The two elements, and I made a point to write something about that. The two elements of space and spirit from above in your fire, and earth from inside. So it becomes 4 elements in that right, your birth rate. But if you do not follow the divine and its pure devil energy, you only can use magic of the 2 elements, which is the spirit and fire. You don't get the space in the earth. And then we're at an ego. The ego card. We are spending half our lifetime making a healthy ego to take it back off the second half of life. Reminding you of the worldly and spirit effects of this card, and you as a person to put in the work here by working on your dark shadows, soul work, inner therapy of trauma in your life. Depending the severity of your the severity of your walk in spirit, in the body, and in your mind, this work helps you transform into the new being, the ascension, and the closer of what God wants from you, your spiritual alchemy itself. Then we got a 2 of water, 2 of cups. Could be 2 lovers who Cupid is above as a spell on you. It is not your typical angel here. The need to have radical forgiveness and love for yourself and others at this time. This is closely related to a soul tie, a twin flame, or a friendship. Much needed. This is not a bad thing in this channeled message. It is a soul connection, as you can have many in one lifetime. Also, twin flame is a healthy doppelganger of yourself with pure intentions here. Friendship is important to have, either relationship. One without the other is an upcoming failure. Anything only sex related and not communicated assertive is usually a snake in the grass, reminding you to watch these red flags. This is where you should be. They're emotionally, physically, spiritually, as a human or creature on the planet or moon. This can also mean the beginning of a new work partnership or rebirth of your soul, or both. And I don't usually do the past because it's all I know is dead in the past. But for futures, I have awakening. This is a different perception of life, or as we grow and evolve things. Perception of life or things. As we grow and evolve, and holding self accountable in the spiritual realm and radical forgiveness of yourself, that in turn gives you the ability to incorporate those ideas and gifts, like discernment or tarot of what resonates. Same thing, apples with people. Same thing with peoples. You may not always agree to all parts, but maybe one of those things you do. So use the one and leave the rest. Check your morals and principle, the H's, as a guideline here in this case. Not comparing to others or as a whole on the planet, but past the moon and stars of the divine higher power or God gave you example of. Then the Justice card is kind of lengthy because I'm doing process elimination, remind you, which means I'm going to keep those cards out every time I do these readings so the cards are all done. Just like I had to do with humans, and to get the messages written the way I'm supposed to from God, higher power, divine, whatever you choose, call it. The Justice card. Standing firmly on the ground by earth energy and in the skies with morals, using the two for common ground. Inequality will always be here for checks and balances. The closer you work on you, it goes out in waves like dominoes, energy extensions and light particles you cannot see into the air. Hence is where speaking into existence comes. The empowerment is the strength. The moon is like God's mirror to you, of you. You are merely the same to above all his children. Your will separates yourself from him and people. Direct sunlight with him first keeps you grounded and focused on the right path or road or destiny. Your will may win on earth like flesh, but eternally you melt away and your spirit gets trapped. Change the wolf spirit in you from ego to the pride, the low self-esteem dragging others down to confidence. You become this by the next right thing and Jesus' example, the divine child of Christ. 8 of Water was the next card, 8 of Cups. If what you do does not make you happy, try spirituality and yogi in your body. Your body will love you for it. And this radiates out of you also the healthy example and existence of who you are, your birthright, what is hidden deep inside of you. It's also renewal is here, like spring is here, like the Father or divine forgiving you and washing you clean. And now we actually have the renewal card. So ironic, you can't make this up because it's springtime. I'm glad I'm writing these down because I'm just doing what God asked me to do. Tired as I am. But anyhow, the renewal card, clarity, is now. The past can and will make you depressed if you choose. The future can and will give you anxiety if you choose. Or you can choose the path of least resistance, which is still working hard but not fighting yourself during your spiritual ascension. It's easier to change than allow the universe to do it for you. And that's all we have. I'll go ahead and do my silver pennies after this. So thank you. I hope I helped somebody today. And that was, don't forget, for Virgo, Gemini, Libra, Cancer. Thank you.